Beat up, bullied, and dunked on. Beat up, bullied, and dunked on. Bullied and dunked on. Yeah. Let's get it. We only rock with Mavericks. If you a clone, then step off the canvas. Lest you get beat up, bullied, and dunked on. We gon' leave you beat up, bullied, and dunked on. We said we only rock with Mavericks. If you a clone, then step off the canvas. Lest you get beat up, bullied, and dunked on. We gon' leave you beat up, bullied, and dunked on. Excellently, it was pressing to me. Descended from the parents, I inherited three.
Welcome to
I can flex a
the
triple residency.
Unkind
Probably why I'm
podcast.
passing boundaries.
Another week of a bunch of idiots bringing you the latest in news, advice, and general bullshit. I am Sengoku Jedi, and I'm here with my friends. One of my friends is the man, the myth, the legend, Oz.
I am Hercules, his distant removed cousin. On the god side.
Oh, yep.
That's Hercules, I think, is your name.
I'm the Hercules likely to make you sad.
Yes, the high bar set by you. And we have everybody's favorite Spectre. We have Phoenix.
How dare you curse within the first minute of the video? I'm gonna get us demonetized. Oh wait.
Right?
Yeah.
No,
You
no,
can't
not our monetization.
You can stop. You can't stop my buttfuckery. I even censored it to bullshit, but now I'm going full buttfuckery.
Take that monetization that hasn't
I'm
happened
flummoxed.
Yes.
Flabbergasted even. What's another big word?
yet.
Oh, great.
I should know this.
Sisyphus.
I mean, it's got to be a real. It's got to work in the
Sisyphus
context.
is a real word.
Yeah, but it doesn't work in the context.
Hang on.
Yeah, I was
let
gonna
me-
go with cantankerous. That doesn't work in the context either.
Yeah, perturbed would have worked.
Hang on, let me grab my actual thesaurus I keep by my desk now.
I forgot what we were talking about.
Well, while you look up big words, I'll introduce the biggest word, the man himself, the Wyatt. That's a word.
Welcome, fuckers. How's everybody doing?
Take notes. Those are words.
Those are.
Obstreperos.
And lastly, the purple one, the deceiver, the changer. What are the other words? The sky.
Why the deceiver?
I don't know. When I said the purple
'cause
one, it made me think of like kind of like an elder, like a chaos god, and then I started thinking of Slanesh, but then I started thinking of, moving around. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
Or
don't
you
know.
could go with my character from Waterdeep, who kinda is. She kinda is, a little bit of a chaos demon.
Deceiver.
If you
Noun.
haven't
Conniver.
seen
Swindler.
Yeah, if you haven't
Imposter.
seen her,
Cheat.
right? If you
Sorry.
haven't seen our Waterdeep Dragon Heist series, you should definitely check that out when it starts airing.
Yeah, when it
When?
If you haven't seen it yet, which I mean, I think there's one episode.
you're a pro at advertising things that aren't released.
Yeah, I am. That's all I do.
Yeah,
But if you're looking for a
We
real
all-
deceit, you
we all
should go
need a
check out our
hobby.
Traveler series.
that's a thing.
Oh goodness! Oh
That's
yes.
the thing that's released.
Yeah.
Or Morkborg, or
Right?
a variety of other videos that are currently up on the channel.
It's hard for me to remember what's been released.
You have one
I have a
job.
neurological condition.
Not remembering?
I got that ad HUD. I got
What?
I don't know what the fucking ad is.
Sounds like a venereal
Right?
disease.
but I got 80 of them.
Got that ad
Very
hood.
common problem.
I got that ad HUD. Yep, that ADHD. That's how you
Oh.
say it, right? Ad HUD.
It's pronounced a goober.
Yes,
It's
yes.
actually
I
pronounced
am.
Barbershop 2.
How you say goober?
You also can say Filatova Vesyova.
Yes, I could, but I won't because I can't.
I thought it was just a weird way to say bisexual, but you know.
It said she is a purple-haired dummy. That's not my words.
Accurate.
Those are in fact your words.
Yeah, those words came from your
Those were-
face.
What? No way.
Literally came from your face hole.
I meant to. I typed in goober, but instead it came up with the closest it could configure dummy.
Oh, you know, potato.
But do you run all of your like phrases through an AI program? Like,
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Give me a moment.
Duh.
Bueno.
it's working
Neat.
great.
Yeah. Mm-mm. Yep.
Yeah. Well, yes.
Shusha.
This is the Kind of Unkind podcast, and if you like this podcast or anything else we do, please give it a like and subscribe. It is the fuel we need to live. We don't give Oz food or water if we don't get likes.
It's
So
true.
don't do it for
It's
us.
true.
Do it for him.
I am starving and I'm currently surviving off of spite
He
and
suffers.
horny.
You know, subscribe will get him out temporarily out of the cone of shame.
Mhm.
I do in fact currently own a cone of shame.
It's not a cone of
Yeah,
shame though.
it's
It's a cone of
for me.
healing.
It's so I'd stop licking my own balls.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so you stop licking Wyatt's balls.
No, that doesn't stop that.
yeah. Yeah. If Wyatt just lowers his junk into the cone, then
He
it's
has,
it's fully
he has me
acceptable.
put it on saying that it's gonna stop him from doing it.
It's like when you put 2 peanut M&Ms at the bottom of an ice cream cone and then fill it with ice cream.
If you subscribe right now, we will get another fucking cone just to put around Wyatt's penis so that our cones clash and I can't lick his balls anymore. I'm sorry, Sengoku. I'm not willing to make that sacrifice with yours.
It's okay. I will identify as a conehead.
You'll form
on
like
my own television show.
you guys will form like an hourglass of chastity.
Reverse hourglass.
Reverse.
We'll form a weird a weird lava lamp of chastity.
Yeah, that is a better analogy. It would look like a lava lamp, yeah.
Well, I'm horny now.
Lava lamps are hot, and you know what else is hot? The
You, baby.
weather recently, if you live in the southern hemisphere, because it's
Oh,
been
yeah?
directly the opposite for the rest of us.
It sure the fuck hasn't been hot here. I've been
Mm-mm.
locked up in my office. I got 2 not hammock chairs, the fucking like circle chairs, you know?
Oh yeah.
No.
Like the nest chairs.
Yes.
How did you
Yeah.
put that together? Like a circle chair?
What the fuck else would a circle chair be?
I don't know. Any chair that has a circular seat?
No, that's a chair. I would have just said a fucking chair. No, circle chair.
Right. Yeah, I was
I
either
have to
gonna
agree
go
with
with
them. Oh, go ahead.
Like
yeah, I was
circle
either
chair.
gonna go with the nest chair or one of those Hawaiian throne chairs.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that I identify as a chair, so I mean,
Hell yeah,
kind of a ubiquitous
Yep.
possibility.
that's hot.
No,
I mean,
it's
I also
cold.
identify
It's
as a
freezing
chair,
cold,
but
bitch.
you know, that's
Yeah,
for a different
yeah, I
reason.
thought-
Just my face, though.
Right. You're like, I identify as a chair, just this part of me. Just sit here.
As
I
am
keep it
frozen
warm
in
for
place.
you.
I'm actually a
Right.
throne.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
Yeah, that was a very convoluted way to say that it's cold.
You don't know
you see,
cold.
my flesh suit freezes.
My sweet summer children, you don't know the cold.
You're right, Mr. Fucking Winter has come.
Yeah.
I
I'm
mean,
north
I
of-
kind of
Yeah,
know
yeah,
the
well,
cold.
just saying.
I'm fucking north of the wall up here.
I kind of know the
Literally are.
cold.
Yeah.
You, Sengoku is the wildling of the channel.
Yeah.
Sengoku's the
Now, let's
Wendigo.
be honest. He's the frost giant of the channel.
Acceptable.
He's the A bud of the channel.
The what, bud?
A bud.
Oh.
Hey, but
Hey,
What?
bud.
that is a question I have been curious. Based on our location, we don't have to ask it right now, but I'm very curious, like what like region or houses from Game of Thrones each of us would technically be
Oh.
based off of our life and location. That's
I haven't watched
something
that.
I'll think on.
I
Yeah.
already have it.
Yeah.
Oh, go
you would.
share.
Well, I don't. Skies has moved, but you guys would definitely be.
Riverlands.
No, you guys would be the Reach.
Okay, I'm down with the Reach. I
You
support that.
guys would be in the Reach.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Phoenix would be the Riverlands, and
Yeah.
I would be in the North, and then
Indiana. Okay,
Sky's all over the place. Where pick a state that you live in for once. Sky.
She's in King's Landing because she's fucking rich and can go wherever the fuck she wants.
No, what pick a state and I'll tell you where you are.
Texas.
You're right. She goes from Westeros to Essos all the fucking time.
I do, yeah.
I mean, Texas is still it's still like the Reach, but it's like Old
She's not
Town.
in Texas yet. She's in fucking California, bro.
Oh, then you're in.
Yeah, I'm in California right now. Yeah.
Yeah, then you're in. What's it called? The why am I blanking out where the Lannisters are from? The
King's Landing.
No.
Bro.
No, King's Landing's
they're
on
not
the
from
other
King's
side.
Landing.
You're right.
They're...
Why am I blanking?
You're right.
out
You're
so
right.
hard?
Oh fuck. I need to look at a map. I'm an idiot.
Lannisport. It's
Is
like
it Westerlands? Is that? I might be thinking of something else.
I don't know. It's really bugging me, but that's where you're from. You.
Yeah. I figured Texas might be Dorne.
And only in part because you love incest.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
That was
Westerlands. She's in the Westerlands.
The Westerlands.
Near Castle Rock.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. No.
You picked
no incest.
you picked to be
Not
there.
allowed. No.
I because you're a Lannister, incest is wincest. So you know, Westerlands.
Okay, that happened one time with a single brother and sister. It's not. It doesn't go throughout the entire.
No,
throughout the entire.
Yeah, when you talk about lovers
You're
across
telling me all Lannisters.
Lannisters married into the Targaryen line, so cousins are still brother fuckers.
Yeah, when you said two lovers across a battlefield, you didn't specify that they weren't related.
Two fuckers in a battlefield.
Yeah.
Right?
You didn't clarify.
Yeah, that's so weird. They shared a womb multiple times.
What? That's a whole different kind. That's like mom fucking. That's a motherfucker right there.
No, because they shared a womb,
Right.
and then they had like 3 children together. So
because they share her
yeah,
womb.
so they were they shared her womb.
As the only person that's given birth, I'm disturbed that you think that somehow the father of your children shared your womb. That's so weird.
His DNA was in there.
He was the great unifier.
They both made use of it.
So Phoenix, how you doing?
I'm just sitting here and sometimes I shake my head at you all.
You see, the way you said that, it reminded me of the meme where maybe I should shut up.
I mean, if you have to do a double take, you should probably say it.
You're right. It just reminded me of the guy who, I'm over here stroking my, that one.
No, you just laughed through it.
Yeah,
I'm stroking my.
Yeah, that guy. I'm sitting over here stroking my dick. I'm feeling my
I got
dick.
lotion on my dick. I'm stroking my shit.
You just did like a Family Guy like pull away for only you. You just faded into your mind, and we're upset that we couldn't follow along.
Yeah. You guys remember that one time?
Yeah.
Just silence.
Are you having stroke? What's happening?
I'm waiting for the cutaway.
I'm here stroking my dick. Do you mind?
So he is having a stroke.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I'm fucking dying over here. Forgive me for my transgressions. I'm so sorry.
We accept it as long as it's funny.
Yep.
Anything for content.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
like I said before the podcast starts, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be funny.
that was in reference to Wyatt's penis.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I got you, babe.
In fairness, I just pulled a name out of the hat, and you were the first chibi I looked at. So,
It's acceptable.
before we jump into our topic, is there any interesting news that you'd like to share with the world today, my people?
A good start to the world's biggest fucking fraud in video game history. Billy Mitchell lost one of his lawsuits against Twin Galaxy. Finally, substantial enough evidence has been proven that he's a cheater, and he just dragged out the case as long as he possibly fucking could, and he finally lost.
Well,
A name I only know because Oz brought it up before the podcast, and I had no idea who that was.
Billy Mitchell is the very, very previous cheater, but also world record holder for Donkey Kong, but he cheated.
Oh.
But also, that case didn't end in Billy Mitchell losing. It ended in a tie where they just didn't have enough money, and they conceded to make a section of the website that has like a historical database, basically, Iron Galaxy Wayback Machine. That Iron Galaxy is the wrong thing. I don't know why I said Iron Galaxy. That's the developers of Killer Instinct. Those guys, they made a Wayback part of their thing where they would put his record back on the site, but not on the main leaderboard, on a like specific section that's historically these were the scores.
So I'm never gonna get that minute of my life back, is what you're telling me.
I'm sorry, I'll shut up. Goddamn.
No, just don't. I have no idea what you're talking about right now. I didn't even know there were Donkey Kong records.
I had no context for what you were talking about. I'm sorry.
Sounds like a barrel of
I
monkeys.
knew about like speedrun cheaters, and that is the extent that I even knew about the situation, and that's probably wrong.
I feel like that's such a giant part of speedrunning that everyone should know at least of Billy Mitchell and how fucking pathetic he is.
He was even referenced on a regular show.
Yeah, he was a giant fucking head.
How did he cheat?
He
I don't
used
know anything
an
about this.
emulated fuck, what was it? He uses an emulated
It's essentially like, imagine if, you know how Donkey Kong, once you have to game over, you reset? His emulated version can essentially utilize save states and stuff like that.
Oh.
So, but he edited his speed run?
No.
Then-
The way they found out, or one of the ways they found out that he was just kind of bullshitting was, the way each level loads is different from an actual, like, verified arcade version and one that's run by an emulator.
Right.
And the way it happened was, it was loading. There was an expert that came on, and he said his game might have glitched on the way it loaded. So, I mean, if it glitched 3 separate times in the worlds of Carl Jobst's video, it's highly unlikely.
I'd like to call to the stand the world's saddest expert, the one who knows what Donkey Kong loading screens are supposed to look like.
well, it's more of
Yeah.
All rise.
Yeah.
anyway. Speaking of legal things that people thought were never going to end, fucking Palmon's coming out, which is something I'm sure nobody here knows about.
Mm-mm.
Pokemon with guns.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember that from when you told me about it earlier today. I had no
I'm just
idea.
saying, it's fucking crazy. One of like the main poster monsters in the game is literally just a Pokemon from a different game, and they won the lawsuit somehow.
That is impressive. I will give him that. Like literally, it's a fucking Pokemon.
Well, Pokemon,
Yeah,
aw,
it's-
snap.
It's fucking crazy that it's coming out. I can't even begin to believe it.
And it sounds pretty
Because
badass.
it's not like it's an impressive game. It's
It's-
just like, this is just Pokemon. How did they let this out?
It's got guns.
It does. You can have a Pikachu that pulls out a minigun.
Yeah, that's transformative.
Mm-hmm.
It's an indictment of our current society.
I fucking guess so.
Or a celebration of our current society. I really don't know the game or how it's going to play down.
Yeah,
I bet you it's even gonna slightly blow up though, because of how many people were just like, "There's no way this is ever coming out." It's coming out.
You can pry Pikachu's gun from his cold, dead yellow fingers.
Yeah, it comes out
Everybody
on the
was
19th.
expecting the. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Everybody was expecting the Pokey Shock, but instead Pikachu got a fucking Glock. I
Shock.
feel proud of
Is
that.
Pokey Shock a thing?
Yes, Shock is an attack.
Is Shock an attack in Pokemon? I know there's Thunder Shock.
But they know what I fucking mean.
There's
I don't know. I
Shockwave.
personally think his pride is adorable.
So that's the that's the news for this week. Anybody have any other obscure newses?
No, not really.
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, in terms of talking about things we definitively know, this week's topic, I'm going to reach out to your expert opinions on a topic you are all very well versed in, I assume. Masters of romance and of knowledge. So
You know, one of these days we're gonna be able to segue better than the grace of Paul Blart, and I can't wait for those days.
in fairness, you gave me dead silence to segue out of.
You kept asking us.
The awkward the awkward segue is its own reward.
You went from speedrunner I've never heard of to Pokemon game I've never heard of to awkward pun that no one understood to dead silence. At what point was I supposed to create a cohesive segue into anything? So dead stop to awkward segue. That's how we're doing it.
I'm sure Paul Blart would be proud of you.
Thank
He'd
you.
be proud of you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fuck off.
He will plow you. Yep.
I mean,
Okay.
what Paul Blart are we talking? What Kevin James are we talking about? Are we talking about like Paul Blart Kevin James, or are we talking like the one where he's like a boxer? Because
Isn't that the same
Long
movie?
segue. Just like the one Paul Blart rides on.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, yes, I would like your advice. I would like you to help me find happiness and solve my all of my problems when it comes to love. So I'm gonna ask you a series of questions. I would like your answers on how to fix me because I'm broken. So
I can fix him.
yeah.
I can make him worse.
You're not broken. You're healing.
Damn, bitch, you broke.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, did you say you're broken? You're good. All of your
Mhm.
love problems will solve themselves.
Damn,
Mhm.
bitch, you live like this.
Some girl will come by and think she can fix you for being the asshole that you are. It'll work out.
Or she'll
No, I'm
like that
glad.
you're an asshole, and that in itself is its own problem.
Yeah. That sounds super healthy.
Or maybe
Oh,
she
yeah.
likes your asshole.
Yeah, I was
Hmm.
gonna say maybe she
Yeah,
likes your asshole. Now you have a pegging buddy.
Mhm.
Ooh. And
Anyways,
I,
you
for
had some
one,
questions?
support you.
I did. Yes, I did. So I'd like to know, I'm meeting my partner's parents for the first time, and I'm super nervous. Any advice? So how would you advise me to what should I do meeting my partner's parents for the first time? Oz, what advice can you give this wayward soul?
Well, I'm glad you asked. The first thing is you need to pre-establish with your significant other, he or she or they, So there's no confusions at the dinner table. We've all seen the movies. The awkward daddy hand me the no, you got it. Pre-established. Pablo Escobar is a good one. Han Jan the hand job man. That's a
What the hell are you talking about?
look. You just need to have a preferred name. So there's no confusion over nicknames. You need to say, hey, we're not doing daddy tonight. We're doing Han Jan the think job man.
The think job.
The think
Man.
job. Look, I'm looking to fuck your brain, not your body. Anyway, so get that awkwardness out of the way. You know, pull your partner aside, talk to them, tell them you're nervous. Maybe wear a diaper just in case. You don't know what's gonna happen. Um, and then when you meet them, make sure you shake both of their hands. Not too hard, not too soft, but you know, just the right amount to let them know that you're serious and this is essentially a job application.
Just to
The
clarify, when
job
you
of son-in-law.
just to clarify, when you say shake both of their hands, I'm assuming you're meaning both parents, not shake both of their hands, like their right and their left.
No, both. No, both.
Oh, the
Both
right
of those
and the
options
left.
are-
Okay.
Yeah. You know, you grab their hands when they bring it out, and when they extend their left hand, you make sure you extend your left hand and grab the back of their hand, so they have to extend their right, and then you put them together and you do like a full like prayer shake, because that's how you show respect. Um, yeah, and then of course, you know, you always have to, you know, compliment their home, their dog, their, you know. Make sure they know that you're not just into their daughter, but you're into them. You're into the family experience.
Gross.
And then, of course, you need to let them know that, but you're not like too like obsessive or like needy. You need to let them know that, you know, I like having the family here, but also fuck you guys. So you punch the dad in the dick.
I'm incredibly confused about all of this advice.
And you make sure the dad knows that he's going to get punched in the dick every day for the rest of his life, just to remind them that
Punch dad.
they deserved this. Exactly. And then maybe bring like a little backpack with some soundproofing, just in case you and your significant other want to get frisky in the night, because you don't want the parents hearing that.
Describe, okay, like, of all that nonsensicalness, describe a backpack full of soundproofing. What the hell does that mean?
Well, so here's what you do. You get the soundproofing, right?
What?
You roll
No,
it up
stop,
into a little tube.
stop. What? You get the soundproofing. What does that mean to you? What is
You buy
soundproofing?
soundproofing panels. Why is that the part you're confused on?
Because you can't just buy soundproofing panels and put them in a backpack. It's not
You
just
sure the fuck can?
You can't.
No, they take up too much space.
Yeah.
You don't know what kind of backpack I got.
How did we get here?
You walk in with a hiking backpack and they ask why, and you ask none of your business. Punch your dad in the dick again. So you take a little time, you set up the soundproofing in your room, right? That's fine. You like drape a carpet over the wall or whatever.
That you also brought.
No. This is the one that was on the ground. The carpet you brought is for the bathroom, because they don't have a good enough carpet, so you got to put your own in there so your feetsies stay warm. You might also want to bring a toilet seat and just replace it when you get there, and the toilet seat you bring has like a warm, like plushy part on top, so it's not cold when you go in at the middle of the night. Anyways,
But you're not controlling.
you're
Yeah,
not
yeah.
controlling. You're just helping them. You have your preference. You want them to know you have your preference, and you don't want that. You want to let them know that they can't walk all over you, but you do respect them.
Is this
So you offer to cook dinner.
okay? Is this the end of your Nain fever dream, or does this madness
No.
continue?
Clearly, you've got to show off. You offer to cook dinner. You make a fantastic dinner, right? You make like chicken parm, and bring a little bit of champagne. You all have a wonderful night. Yeah.
Okay.
And then you tell them about your newest passion, the latest anime to come out, Jujutsu Kaisen, and that's it. You bond over Jujutsu Kaisen. You have a fantastic night. Then you go fuck his daughter.
Jesus.
Built
Titty
for tough.
fucking Christ.
And then, of course, in the middle of the night, you see that he's driving a Ford, so you have to make sure you understand his way of life, and you go fuck the grandpa too.
Oh.
Any questions?
So many,
feel
but
like
I
was
I want
fucking
this to
roll.
end.
I have so many questions that I don't want the answers to.
Yeah.
Well, good. And listen, buddy. It's all gonna work out if you follow this step-by-step plan.
Mm-hmm.
If you need me to write it down, I can get like a book, or I can film you a little video for your phone.
Yep, please, because these feel less like steps and more like animal tracks.
Yeah, this is
I mean,
like
animal tracks are steps. That's the whole thing.
this is like if someone tried to write a novel of a Salvatore Dali like painting. You know, it's just like, and then the clocks are melting and the elephant's legs are long, and just like, what are you saying right now?
Look, everything I said here is going to guarantee you make an impression.
That's for sure.
I mean,
An impression.
Well, I feel like I understand wingdings better than I did this tutorial.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
it's gonna
Yeah,
work
you're
out
like,
fine. You just gotta
I-
make sure when you punch the dad in the dick, you don't kick the dog.
Oh,
Don't
that
kick
is
the dog.
counter to the advice that I was given before.
Mm-hmm.
No, don't kick the dog. Kicking the dog is bad.
I said I
Instructions
love you in a
unclear.
cute way.
Get stuck in the Ford truck.
Mm-hmm. Okay, on to anyone else. Sky, what would your advice be? And I'll tell you again because I'm sure you have no idea what we're talking about after that. I'm meeting my parents' partner for the first time and I'm super nervous. Any advice?
Yes. Okay, so the first thing to do is reach out to the FBI for some really solid field research. You want to know what kind of toothpaste they buy. You want to know exactly where they get their socks. You want to know where they source their dinners, like what stores they go to. Like you want to know like how many oh gosh,
Who,
sorry, I lost.
while you think about that, who says where they buy their groceries as where they source their dinners?
Where
Is
they
that-
source their food. No, I got you.
is
I
that-
got you.
is
I
that like
completely
a rich-
understand.
Is that
So-
rich
so you-
person talk for grocery shopping?
You
Oh,
want to
honey, let's
know
go
how many
source our
bristles were on their
dinner.
10th grade on their toothbrush when they were 10 years old, and then you'll be fully prepared so that when you walk in, you'll know exactly what to say to these people. See,
Okay,
100% guaranteed.
no, because let's say you know how many bristles are on their toothbrush. You know where they source their dinners, and you know where they buy their socks. With those three pieces of information, what are you going to do with those things? Please give me an
No,
example.
hang on. That's an oversimplified version. She said she was going to build a profile on them based off their FBI, watch things.
She gave three
Yeah.
examples.
Do you want to know?
last
You
search
want to know what?
results.
She
You want to
gave-
know what kind of porn they like?
The last time they had sex.
Okay, add those two and explain how are you going to bring the porn they like, when they last had sex, the amount of bristles on their toothbrush, where they buy their food and their socks, and
It's a
how is that going to help
tapestry,
you?
man.
I feel like you're the one confused here. I think all of us are getting what's going on here. She is stalking them.
Yeah.
yeah.
No,
I
and-
mean, it's
Talk
kinda-
your
kinda
significant
on the nose,
other's
yeah.
family so that you know what the deal is.
No, I understand that, but the
Also,
examples you
a
gave,
key-
I want to know how
key
those are
point-
helpful.
They
they're
are.
helpful. No,
Explain them.
And then the most important part is to know how your significant other feels about family, so you know whether to kiss up or whether to stand up.
Are you
See?
guys hearing that too?
Oh yeah, she's going full robot on us.
We.
Oh, was I?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did not get most of that.
Oh, okay. No, so what you do is you find out like how your significant other feels about their family, so you know whether to kiss up or stand up to them, you know?
And what kind of porn they like somehow is going to be helpful.
Yeah, you share that
Somehow.
with their book club.
You know, you never know what's going to come up in conversation. I'm just saying.
I assume not in the first. If the first time I met my parent, if I left the first time meeting my partner's parents and I knew what their favorite porn was like or when they last fucked, that would be the last time I meet my partner's parents.
Look, the last point.
You have to know. You have to know if they're people that you want to associate with.
Mm-hmm.
Based on how they fuck and how often.
Look, when the dad asks, "What are your plans with my daughter?" you need to have an answer. The answer is the porn. What do you plan to do with my daughter tonight?
I love that I came up with. I love that I came up with literally like the most useless list of things that you could learn about someone.
Yeah.
And Oz is defending me like
Yeah.
I wrote a dissertation.
Because you're both
Everything's
sociopaths.
Everything is useful. No, trust me.
Because you're both sociopaths. That's why.
No, trust me. Every piece of information has its use.
Jesus Christ. Okay, well, I'm
You
sorry.
gotta know how many bristles are on the toothbrush, so when you go check in the bathroom, if it's changed, you know they change. And that your information's not all the way up to date. And then you know the last time they had sex, so you know how frustrated the man is and how unhappy the wife is. Or any variant of man-wife, you know.
Yeah.
Well, Phoenix, I'm really sorry to have you answer after this absolute shit show, but please bring any amount of sense back into the world for us.
As someone who has never been in a relationship and will probably never be in a relationship, I can offer you the sound advice of, don't get married.
This is just meeting the parents, the partner's parents.
Yeah, don't get married.
Okay.
In all seriousness, bring a peace offering, bring a gift or something. Communication is key with your significant other.
What would you advise? Because my parents are really into, like, weird porn, I guess. So that's the only knowledge you've gathered, and I buy my groceries at. So those are the things you know. So
Moby huge. That's the best gift you could ever get anyone.
Right. Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Or a bad dragon?
No.
Everybody has their own taste, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, some people.
Well, it depends on the porn, I guess.
In a third attempt to bring some sanity back to the world, Wyatt, please, sir.
So I'm meeting the parents.
Yeah, wait. Well, I'm meeting my partner's parents for the first time.
You are okay.
I'm super nervous. What advice can you give to me?
Wait, 1 second. Let me just.
Okay. So, if you are nervous to meet your partner's parents, that's perfectly natural. It's a relationship that you don't know how well it's gonna go, where things could be. What you'll do is you're gonna tell your partner you're a little on the nervous side. You'll be open. You'll be honest with them. I know some people say, "Oh, honesty is the best way," but in this case, it really is, so that they understand if you act a little off or a little jittery. They get the idea, but they'll be comfortable with what direction you go. Next thing you're going to do, you're gonna, make your way, make yourself presentable, smell nice, make sure you're taking a shower, got that deodorant on, go on, make sure and don't have it be Axe body spray. You're meeting your parents, not the fucking losers at the bottom of dungeon. You're fine. You can get something a little better.
So Old Spice body spray.
Old Spice smells nice. All I gotta say. Anyway,
the classy stuff.
And so, exactly, you get together, you go up to the door, or you meet out in public, whichever works best for you. You nod, you smile, you introduce yourself, and if at this point you still are just not able to contain it, you're still extremely nervous, just stab them to death. That way that you don't have to live with this, and neither does your partner. Both of you are free and clear to be the people that you want to be for the next 20 minutes to maybe the rest of your lives if you can escape, And in that way, you never have to dealing with in-laws ever again.
Hey, Wyatt, you might want to make sure the FBI is not outside your house right now.
Thank you, Wyatt. That's good.
So close.
I can hear Sengoku's aneurysm from here.
Hey, at
No,
least mine was comfortable and calm to the very moment.
Well, I've
Murder the parents.
decided
I
not.
thought you were gonna go jack off in the bathroom.
I've decided not to meet
Hey.
my partner's parents.
Hey, with Wyatt, you don't have to.
See,
Technically,
never
you
have to see them again.
Technically, you have to meet someone to kill them.
Not through the scope of a
Not
sniper rifle.
necessarily.
They met the version of me that killed them. Two different
See,
people.
You can hire
are you
someone to
see-
do it.
That's true.
Are you seeing where all of this where all the extensive research comes in? Because you could like
Right.
frame it to look like self-inflicted. I'm just saying.
And with all that soundproofing.
Exactly. What? Okay, no, your soundproofing does not all fit into that fucking bag.
No. I'm the person who killed the parents.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the soundproofing is inside the parents.
I can just imagine you're meeting the assassin, and he wants to know like a little bit about his target. And you're like, okay, well they shop at this grocery store. They have 48 bristles, and he's really into stepmom porn.
Wait, 48 bristles? How small is your toothbrush?
I don't know how many bristles. Do you know how many bristles are in a toothbrush?
At least 100.
I just took a shot in the dark. I don't know.
You're working with half a toothbrush there, bud.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh, but that's you're thinking of American bristles. Canadian bristles are.
You're right.
Yeah.
The Canadian ones are made with like a little section in between. That way you can make sure that your two front teeth are taken care of, you beaver.
Yeah, exactly.
No, well, and it works whether or not they've been knocked out in hockey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, we were so far off. The average toothbrush contains around 2,500 bristles.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, 48. That's close.
Sengoku's brushing his teeth with a hair toothbrush.
No, he's brushing his teeth with a comb.
Yep, the tome.
And not a long comb either.
I'm not brushing my teeth with this. This is my fictional, like, the father-in-law I'm planning on murdering's toothbrush.
Well, I mean, at that point, he deserves to be murdered if he's brushing his teeth with a fucking comb.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, jeez.
I'm
Got
dead
more
now.
questions?
Yeah, I do have more questions.
We got answers, buddy.
Okay, I'm in a long-term relationship, and it feels like my partner never makes time for me anymore. What advice do you have for me? I'll start off with Sky.
Well, what you're gonna want to do is call the FBI. No, you just have to be there for them. When they're sleeping, you just sit there and stare at them. When they're at work, you just have to be there, no matter how many times that their boss yells at them. Sorry, I'm having trouble saying this with a straight face. Hold on. You go with them. You go with them to the bathroom so that they know that you're there for them emotionally and other ways. And you just kind of, and then you're getting quality and quantity time.
So your solution is that they never make time, so you'll make the time.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, see, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Nice, and this is coming from the person who always says consent is so important.
Hey, they're in a relationship with you. If they didn't want to be in a relationship with you, they wouldn't have invited you home with them.
Okay, I'll quote Sky that when you're in a relationship, there's no such thing as consent. That's
There totally
that's
is.
the Sky quote.
if they have a problem with it, then they're not in a relationship with you anymore.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great. Awesome solution. Wyatt, how would you solve this problem?
Explain the problem one more time for me.
I'm in a long-term relationship, and it feels like my partner never makes time for me anymore.
Okay, bud. Genuine, honest statement. If they don't make enough time, you sit them down and have a genuine conversation. Are they interested in the time that you are able to have? Why aren't they able to make this time? And, don't be derogatory. Don't be mean about it. Just be honest and be like, hey, if we can't make this work, if we can't make this commitment, maybe we should take some time, off a break, some time away to really ground and focus on whatever we're needing to focus on. And that way that you can have peace of mind as you drive wherever that they are living and stake out about 3 or 4 days watching them through the window, making sure that they aren't cheating on you because you knew that they are a fucking selfish bastard and you will fucking teach them. But yeah, everything's fine. And you're just, people grow apart. This is normal. Real. It's like the, 9mm currently in the glove compartment that I'm totally not going to fucking use. You're fucking kidding me. You'll be fine. Promise.
Okay. I'm worried about what you're planning on doing next.
Just gonna have a genuine conversation.
Yeah. Okay, Phoenix, I'm gonna phrase it in a way that you'll be able to fully articulate yourself. I'm in a long-term Warframe relationship. So my Warframe partner doesn't just have time. They don't want to play Warframe anymore. They just never make time for Warframe. What would be your advice?
I mean, that's entirely different things right there, but I get what you're trying to say.
I'm trying to put it into context where you can get of a good answer.
As Wyatt said earlier, sit down, have a conversation, figure out where things are going wrong. Maybe, if there's not just a lot of time left anymore, consider a vacation. Reinvigorate that want to make time for you, Take a step back, relax, and then if they're cheating on you, just make sure they don't find the body.
I never said anything about cheating.
That's my boy.
Well, there's an implication there, so.
Mm-hmm.
You're cheating on me with another Warframe?
Exactly.
We were supposed to be the 4-man party.
I'm your main, not her.
Yeah, exactly. See, it all comes back to my example. Full circle. Oz, same question.
Well, I'm glad you asked.
Oh god, I regret it immediately.
Well, first off, communication is key, and you need to communicate to them, obviously, first that you want to spend more time together. And if they still don't want to do that, after you've tried to do some hobbies together, maybe you took up something they love, or they tried to get them into something you love. If that doesn't work, clearly they're acting up. You need to find a way to incentivize them to spend time with you. So you break out a gift from their mom that their father built. It's this robot that has a spot specifically for a brain. You take the brain out of the boyfriend or girlfriend, and you put it in the robot. And the robot will spend all the time you want with you. And then after a year, 2 years, 7, 8, whatever, who's counting, you let them back into their body, and they'll be ecstatic. They'll be ready to spend all their time with you because you let them out, and they're grateful.
Super, super healthy.
100% effective.
Yeah, there we go. It's like when in the movie they say the title of the movie. Everyone's waiting for it. Well, because Sorry,
The
go ahead.
robot will never leave you, so they spend time with you. I gave you a solution to your problem.
Mm-hmm.
It's a horror movie plot. Eternal love.
And then you can.
The second, hang on, no wait, no. There's a second time. If you didn't get the robot from the parents, and you're not really into machines, and you're more into like a biology type situation, I've got a great documentary for you to watch. And if they're if they're not willing to communicate with you, clearly they're not using their mouth. You sew their mouth to your asshole, and then you get to spend all the time you could ever want with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And even the time that you don't want.
I remember that documentary well.
You're tired of taking their shit, and now they can take yours.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I busted out the alcohol to try to make sense of that.
I think Werner Herzog did that one. I think that was yeah.
Two guaranteed 100% ways to spend
Yeah.
more time with your partner.
Yeah. That that's accurate. I mean, none of you actually gave me the solution where it's basically trying to find out why your partner never makes time for you. You just said, "Here's how I'm gonna make them make time for me." But effective, 100%. And since some of you alluded to this, I'll ask it now. My partner may be cheating on me. What should I do? Phoenix.
This is when you take the high road, because if you think that they're cheating on you, you really don't want to catch them in the act, because you could do some bad things.
Mm-hmm.
So this is when you just take the high road and you leave. And then you come back with about as much American freedom as possible, and then turn them into Swiss cheese.
Wow.
Yeah, brother.
Murder the cheater.
You find WMDs on them.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And then freedom them into liberty.
God bless America.
America.
Christian bless America, because God, you know we need it.
I'm not gonna do that. They haven't done shit for me yet.
Wyatt, what would your answer be?
So you found out that your partner has cheated on
No,
you.
you think your
Oh,
partner may
okay.
be cheating on you. You don't know for
But
sure.
this is unfortunately a common fear. A lot of people, they aren't ready to find that commitment, and you're worried that your partner is. Instead of just sitting there thinking about immediately, all the ways that they could be cheating on you, think about what could have led to this situation. Why are you feeling this way? What situations are tipping you off that your partner is cheating on you? Distance. Not finding you physically attractive, at least in your mind. All these little things that you begin mounting up as evidence. It could be in your head, it could be reality. But finding that happy medium and discerning what is and what isn't the right answer is a difficult thing. I mean, and to find out that you're being cheated on, that shit hurts. That shit stabs. And rather than going off and murdering the person who may or may not have cheated on you, instead, you should take the comfortable road and you should confront them. If they're overly defensive that they haven't, that could be a sign, but that's not a guarantee. You can't guarantee anything. But you want to open that possibility, have that open, honest conversation. If you can't survive through that conversation, as in not, oh, you're going to die, but the relationship just isn't going to last, just be honest. Break it off there, end that form. If they're honest and tell you they've been cheating, well, you are with right to do with yourself and your time what you want. If you want to stay with that person or try to find a way that works, hey, that's acceptable. but ultimately, there are a lot of avenues. One of those avenues could be planning lots of Nazi memorabilia on them as they're about to travel on an all-expense-paid trip to Germany. That is a valid way to deal with the problem, but not always the best solution. You'll find the path, personal peace.
So we're not murdering anyone?
Killing them
You sound
would be
surprised.
too easy at this
I
point.
am surprised, genuinely, that this doesn't end
Because
in murdering someone and putting their
kill
brain
the-
in another body of some sort.
Well, you kill them and they move on.
Mhm.
They pass on.
Yeah, I was
But
gonna say.
you let them live with the fact that they are a cheating piece of shit, and they may just do the job for you one day.
Gotcha.
Dark.
Dark.
Yeah, that got real dark.
Oz, what is your solution?
This mustn't register on an emotional level. First step, you must confirm said infidelity through whatever means you need. Whether it be a stakeout or a little bit of light stalking, communication is not necessary here. Everyone's a liar when you suspect cheating. Or they're throwing you a surprise party and you're an asshole. But it's worth it just in case. So you confirm the infidelity. Was she cheating? Was she emotionally cheating? Was she, he, they, whatever? Are you being cheated on? Second step, you wait for them to go meet their lover. You leave their life entirely. Everything is gone. You call your landlord, say, I'm out. Give them the rundown of the situation. You leave the country. You start a new life. Just vanish out of thin air. Everything you were paying on for them, everything you gave them, anything, you vanish from their life entirely. You change phones, you change, numbers, change your fucking name for all I care. So now you're in a new life. You've, bettered yourself. You were no longer weighted down by someone who was not giving you the love you deserve. You've gone to study abroad. You've learned new skills. You've worked on your body. You're a handsome fella now. You come back under your new name, your new guise, even. You find their parents. You run into them at a swingers club.
Okay, we've established that they have to be swingers for this plan to work.
No.
Yeah, well, that's what
It
the porn
lines up.
research was about.
Okay.
Yeah. You run into them at a swingers club. You say, "Hey, we've never met before," because this was before you brought the soundproofing and all that.
Mm-hmm.
You talk to them a while. You become polyamorous with them. However, this is just a ruse. What you're really after is the father.
Oh God.
Over time, you develop a more emotional relationship with the father. The mother, it kind of gets pushed out of the picture, and over time, she moves on to a new family, and you're left with her father. And then one day during Christmas, you reveal yourself to your once lover when she brings her new boy toy in, the one she cheated on you with, the hillbilly, the gross, grotesque man that she worked with.
That's a lot of assumptions.
Look, everybody knows you cheat on someone uglier. You never cheat on someone prettier.
I didn't know that. I
Anyways,
didn't know that
they
was
walk in, they
established.
see you there, cuddled up with her father. You look her dead in the eyes. You go to your room. You're grounded. Double dad grounded. Because you have now explained to her dad that you were her long lost boyfriend, and she cheated on you, and it caused you immense mental stress. And her father takes away all the funding she gave. My brain is not working because I said she. What I'm saying is you ruin their life from the beginning up. And then you bring the boyfriend into the polycube.
Jeez.
Leave her alone. And anytime she gets a new boyfriend, girlfriend, you bring them into the polycube. Because you are a very cultured man who's traveled the world and bettered himself. You are charismatic. You can talk the pants off of anyone. Little do they know you don't actually care about them. You're just using them because you don't want her to have them.
Did you spend time as the Tiger King spokesperson? I'm very curious.
Maybe.
Also, is there any part of your plan that doesn't involve sleeping with a bunch of dudes? Is there a workaround?
I mean, if she tries to go, bisexual, if she starts dating women.
But I first have to fuck her dad.
Yeah.
There's no way around that. That's just, the whole plan is contingent on me having to bone an old man.
Well, yeah, because look, if you get with the mom, the dad's gonna hold in all the emotion. The mom is gonna share all that happened with the daughter. She's gonna tell him all the exploits, everything that happened. How charming you are, how she never realized what was happening until it was too late.
Mm-hmm.
The mom's gonna share all of her insecurities with the daughter. The dad would never do that. So you're fucking the dad because the mom wouldn't give you that sweet the juice that you need.
Oh god.
The pain you need to inflict on her
The dad
for the
juice.
suffering she
We'll just
caused
call
you.
it the dad juice.
The dad juice, exactly. You really got to milk the dad juice out of that father.
Oh boy. Okay, that great advice. That certainly won't scar me. Sky, I believe you're the last one to.
Okay, so first, find out who they're cheating with. Are they hot? If they are, and you could be into it, boom, problem solved.
I don't.
What? What do you mean
Thruple.
problem? What do you mean
That's what I'm
problem
saying.
solved?
Thruple, problem solved.
But that's assuming that she's into that, and that he's into that,
Right.
and that you're into
Yeah.
it.
Right.
Well, okay, what if she's not into it?
Find someone who is.
Well, then, but your partner cheated with them.
Guy is saying is she is polyamorous and she does not care about this situation because it's never cheating if you expect them to sleep with other people.
I guess that's a clever workaround, but this advice is not supposed to be for you.
Come
This is
in
supposed
with
to
a
be
pessimistic view, is what Sky
for
is saying.
someone whose heart
well,
would be broken by this scenario.
Oh, sorry. I can think of a serious answer if you want, but that.
Okay, no, that's fine. I'll just try and make that work, I guess.
yeah, no, there's some knowledge to take in there, I guess.
Okay, next question here. I've asked my partner to change a couple of things about their behavior, like how they party a lot, but they haven't stopped any of them. I know they really love me, so why won't they change? And I'll start off with Phoenix.
He is not returned, I don't.
Okay, then I will start off with Sky.
Well, if they are doing unhealthy things that are going to negatively impact you, and you have expressed this to them, it doesn't matter how much they say they love you. It's still not healthy, and you may just have to break up because it is not healthy to continue in unhealthy patterns. And if they don't love you enough to listen, and they don't love you enough to at least try to make positive changes in their lives, and even if they are not like being destructive, but that's not the lifestyle that you want to lead, then you're gonna be happier not allied with someone who doesn't share the idea of a future that you want.
So, like, if they play League of Legends, for example.
Oh man, deal breaker.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Oz.
So your partner, come here, buddy. Come on, sit on my lap. So your partner isn't making the changes you thought they would. They've fallen back into some bad habits that you thought they might have changed for you because they love you. They probably lied.
About loving you, or
Yes.
what? Okay.
But also, sometimes, people don't want to, sacrifice certain parts of their life. And it's, kind of unfair to, unless that habit is completely unhealthy, it's not entirely fair to ask them to sacrifice those things. If someone is playing League of Legends, maybe they had good times on League of Legends. Maybe they have a, history with it. And yeah, it's bad.
Now you're just defending League of Legends.
No. I'll get to the other part. I play League of Legends, so
Yeah, no.
I've got to defend this part first.
Yeah. And we're concerned about you. We thought you loved us.
I don't.
You did establish that you lied, so.
I love you all deeply. I'm gonna take away from the joke because I do care about my friends a lot. Anyways, back to the joke. So obviously some things need to change. Communication's key. Every part of every part of the relationship, and if they're not willing to communicate correctly, well, then you have to take drastic measures. You dip into your secret money fund. You're a billionaire,
Oh
but
my
your
God.
boyfriend doesn't know that yet. And you start paying people around their lives to ruin that hobby that they're not willing to, quit. You pay the clerk at the grocery store to give them the worst, set of cigarettes. They taste like ass. And when he asks, well, what about the other ones? He's like, oh, those are just display cases. Those aren't actually full. And you pay everyone in his life to start making his life worse, except when you're there. When you're there next to him, everything seems to go right. And when he does the things you want, and you kind of got to Pavlov him into doing exactly what you want. And every time he does something you want, you give him a little cheek kiss. Or you get a clicker and you and that should solve most of your problems, but just in case, I've got this robot.
Okay, we've heard about the robot.
No, different robot, different robot. It's a boxing robot.
Oh God.
Yeah, it
And you
may
could
have a child's
go.
brain in it. It's a call, just don't worry about it.
It does have a child's brain. But you can take it. There's this new series of robot boxing. You can take it on the road. I've got a trailer. I've got this really buff guy. Um, he's got a kid with him, but you could lend him your robot, go on a trip, and have a nice little family bonding time. Your boyfriend might sleep with Hugh Jackman, though. I mean, the buff guy.
I knew that I've never seen that movie, but I know exactly what movie you're referencing.
Real Steel.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Now, I feel like I ask this almost every episode, but what if you don't have $1 million?
Well, you just do. That's,
Right. Of course. Yeah. I forgot. That's always the answer.
Do you need to dip into my secret $1 million account?
Please, could you help brother out?
Yeah, of course. Who am I paying? I'm not gonna give it directly to you because you might misuse it. I don't trust anyone. Everyone's lying to me all the time. I'm never loved.
You know me, hookers and blow. That's all. I'm just gonna blow it. In
Yeah, I heard
Vegas.
you really blew the first $1 million someone gave you on cocaine for your child.
Gotta raise them right. I care about my children. They come first. In that they do the
By
lines
the way,
first.
you must link the videos with the references, or that these are references to. You just have to.
There's so many. I wouldn't
So
put
many
that on
callbacks.
Sengoku.
Oh no, that's a whole lot of work. Okay, so there's another 100% effective solution.
100% effective.
Yeah.
Look, if you're looking for it to go right, just pay for everything. You know, money will solve all your problems, guaranteed.
Mhm. Gotcha. Perfect. Phoenix, are you back yet? And now on to Wyatt. So Wyatt,
Okay.
to remind
go
you
for it.
after that, you've asked your partner to change a couple things about their behavior, like how they party a lot. It hasn't stopped. They, they really love you, but why aren't they changing their behavior?
I mean, if what they're doing, so they're causing you pain, it's causing you frustration of making you upset, hurting you, and they refuse to change their ways.
Well, certainly, it's upsetting you. Everybody has a different context for what that would be. Maybe it's going out to drink a lot. Maybe it's ranting about child boxing, or maybe it's League of Legends.
Well,
Okay.
if it's League of Legends, I don't know if they're saving that fucking really.
You have
But
also played League of Legends, I will remind you.
I did, and then I cut cold turkey because Jesus fucking Christ.
I'll put it in context. You've asked your partner to play another TTRPG, but they just really love 5th edition, and that's the only one
That
they
doesn't really.
and they
Uh, fuck. So there's no compromise.
Well, maybe they occasionally will play. They'll play like a game of Mork Board, but they want to
Okay.
they want to go
Okay.
they want to go
They're
back.
rapping.
Yeah, and if
Got
you
it.
don't play, they're like, well, maybe I'll just play with these other friends because that's the game I really love. It's the best TTRPG. It's just really it fleshes out everything that I want in a TTRPG.
And if that is really how they feel, the in that context, the good answer, in my opinion, is to let them. If it's as trivial as they don't enjoy the same RPG, very few people. I am one of the very few where if a person didn't want to play a TTRPG with me, I just don't have the same emotional relationship with them that I do anybody else. That's a genuine, honest truth. Um, it's how I am able to tackle situations. So if it's something that trivial, even I can tell you, just let them play with somebody else. Tell them, awesome. I'm just not gonna game with you. But if it's something like they go out and party and it's just a trait that they're doing, as long as it's not causing them suffering, you just have two different perspectives. They refuse to change this aspect, like they like to go out with their buddies on every Friday. Okay, is that really causing you suffering? Oh, well, people are allowed to have their own interests and likes and desires. If it's not causing them genuine suffering or causing you bereavement and pain in a great way, you should be comfortable with your partner that they are allowed to have their own free will and life. If it disrupts and makes life difficult, that's a different situation. That is an obstruction. And in that case, they're knowingly causing issues. And that's the thing. If they don't realize, Jesus Christ, but many of them will realize that they're by doing this is shunting time or period with you. And if it's done maliciously, that's a whole other thing. If it's causing them pain, that's a whole other thing. In this case, if it's something as bigger as that, be comfortable with them having their own life and letting them do their own. That's all I gotta say.
Well, it's affecting my life because it's triggering my crippling insecurities.
Well, have you considered
Self-reflection?
talking with
Absolutely not.
someone? Have you considered talking with someone? If you're having these kinds of insecurities, maybe the issue doesn't lie on the shoulders of the person that you are placing your insecurities on.
Impossible.
Maybe conversing, and I'm not saying you have to go to a licensed person, but I'd say, hey, that could help. It helps some people. Doesn't help others. But genuinely having someone else either who is completely non-biased at all, or someone that you trust to be a middle, someone who's not just going to be like, oh, you're absolutely right. You don't want a yes man for this. Get somebody who you trust to tell you honestly, let them know the situation, and they can help you find the aspect of whether this insecurity is potentially valid, but very likely you'll find that you're you might be overstepping your boundaries.
Well, now, hang on.
Of all,
I imagine this scenario, it's something that affects daily life. Like, it's something that they do on a daily basis that takes away genuine time from, having that relationship. Where, like, no matter what, at some point, they're going to walk off and do this thing. Like, gaming every night, or, having a tabletop RPG every day of the week, or going out to party every night without fail. In that scenario, I mean, I feel like it's pretty valid.
Yeah. Well, it
I
would
imagine
come
that's how you
down
have to
to
get to this point.
if their choices are either unhealthy for either of you, or if their choices are going to make you resent them, it's time to reconsider the relationship.
yeah, because you certainly
I was
should.
just angry I didn't kill anybody.
You certainly can't evaluate yourself. Of all the inane, wild answers, saying that I might be at fault for something, Wyatt, is just that crosses a line. That's just wild.
Well, look, hey,
It's
I'm just saying,
clearly
you're
the
my friend.
It's clearly the
I'm
partner's
never gonna
fault.
recommend that to you.
It's clearly not my fault. I'll say that.
It will never be his fault,
No.
ever.
You are my friend. I'm a good judge of character. I don't think you would do something like that. I think you are completely justified. Just got to give me more information, and we'll work it out from there.
I'm living my best life over here, and you're telling me that I should self-reflect and look at my own what I'm putting out in the world?
Right?
Nonsense. Blasphemy. Heresy.
Heresy.
Yeah.
I'll defend my friends till the last breath.
Yeah, what are you trying
Unless
to...
I know for sure they're wrong.
You recommending I become a well-rounded human being? Nonsense. Balderdash.
I mean,
Poppycock even. There's that thesaurus. There's that thesaurus you were looking for. It's in my brain, motherfucker.
Poppycock. Hang on, let me grab the book.
You'll see nonsense, balderdash.
I'll tell you if it's there.
Yeah, it should be.
You silly goose.
They'll be there among many others.
Mm-hmm. So are you expecting us just to sit here while you look in a thesaurus?
No. You guys continue talking. I'll tell you when I get there.
Well, I was gonna...
Poppycock. Oh yeah, drivel is there. Or sorry, nonsense is there.
Yeah, drivel.
Poppycock.
That's a good one.
Drivel. Gibberish.
Some say poppycock, I say pop and lock.
Whoa.
Well,
It's funny because that's a dance move.
Oh God.
Exactly.
Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying.
well, I appreciate all of your advice. I'm sure this will lead to a prosperous, healthy relationship for me. So yeah, I guess my first step here is I got to make $1 million and find out what kind of porn my girlfriend's dad likes. So I got a lot of work to do, guys.
Yep.
It's either like, and then possibly as a contingency plan, I guess kill them. So
Yep. Have a good out plan in case you need to escape the country.
I do
Which you
not
already
endorse that
have.
one.
You don't endorse that one?
I don't endorse murder, no.
But what if
She
call me
endorses
crazy.
stalking?
But what if they
Yes.
what if they buy their food, like all of their groceries at Walmart, and their dad's into like some really kinky shit? Like some really nasty stuff.
The only exception is if the dad is into lolly. In which case, yeah, you might as well kill him at that point.
what if all the actresses kind of look like his daughter? What if that's
Oh dear.
we'll call that the
Oh,
Trump.
man.
We'll call that the Trump search.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Probably just be careful. Watch his movements.
Then would I be justified in killing him?
Maybe if he
No.
makes a move on your girlfriend.
Right.
It's not about you, or it's not about him. It's about you.
Mm-hmm. Everything
What if
is,
all?
right?
What if all the actors kind of look like you?
Oh,
Well, then-
man.
Well, then your plan will go really easily to seduce her father.
Oh yeah, in case they cheat on
Yeah.
her. Yep.
So if a breakup, I don't have to worry about the breakup at that point because I know that cat's already, that's already in the bag. So
Mm-hmm. Anyways, the most important thing of any relationship advice, period, is communication.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Communication
And
and
putting brains in
knowing,
robots.
putting brains in a robot, and knowing your worth. Don't let them, don't get manipulated. Don't get gaslit. Communicate, but also know like you're not being absurd all the time. Your voice, your
Yeah.
worries are valid.
Communicate with everybody,
And-
but your partner.
Yeah.
And
Well,
they're communicate with their parents.
And yeah.
Punch
And
their dad in the
know
dick.
know that you're worth love. You deserve it. You deserve to be treated well, and you deserve to have people around you support you.
Why? What have you done to earn that?
Exist. Be a
Kill
decent
them all.
person.
I'm from Buenos Aires, and I say kill them all.
You, Sengoku, are deserving of love and kindness.
But more importantly, you're deserving of unkindness.
And with that,
And
we will.
unkindness of idiots. A group of friends here always for you.
Mhm.
Yep.
With
And we will
sound-
idiot for you every day as hard as you need us to.
with sound
Exactly.
advice and
You have conditional love.
yeah.
Just Sengoku trying to wrap up. And you have conditional love. And my axe. And my bow.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
We are idiots after all.
Yeah. Speaking of conditional love, it is contingent on you liking this video. That's where that love really comes in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we will all grow to hate each other if you don't like this video.
Yeah. I'll give up those things you don't like, baby, if you just subscribe to the channel. I'll
You'll give
stop.
up poutine.
For 1 million subscribers, I won't. I will abstain from Putin.
For at least a week.
No, it like for a year.
Oh,
I
he's
can't-
serious, fellas.
Yeah, I can't give up the syrup, but I'll give up the precious Putin.
You heard it here, folks. If we get 1 million subscribers at any point in time ever, he will give up Putin for a year.
Just
Yep,
don't
yep.
tell Canada. They'll take away my token.
They'll take
Yep.
away his citizenship.
Yeah.
Don't tell French Canada.
Mm-hmm. No, all of Canada.
Mm.
Yeah, no, you don't want your neighbors to know.
Exactly.
He'll have no loonies or toonies left either.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. I mean, you'll be saving a lot of money.
Fair. It's money well spent, though. And with that, we bid you adieu.